Start this or
like and subscribe. We back, bitches. This is the Nightly Fix. And yes, we are powered by Foolish Club Media. Please head to our YouTube channel, like and subscribe to Foolish Club Media.
Or what?
If you do not, I won't pray for you.
Hey.
Actually, I'm sorry. Let me take that back. That was a little low.
Hey, you playing with God now, boy? That's crazy. That's crazy, sir.
I won't pray for you all the way. That didn't work either, does it?
I mean, they tell you to pray for your enemies. So, like, if they become an enemy of the show by not liking and subscribing, technically, you should pray for them regardless, right?
Listen, I haven't come up with what will happen yet. I was not prepared yet. I will not come up, but I will let you know. Just know you ought to like and subscribe, or it's your ass. So, but I will pray for you, and to the fullest that I can. That one got away from me. I apologize. It's good to have the whole gang back. It really is.
Back.
Damn, man, I really missed you until you did that.
Oh,
my
bad.
Till you did that face.
It was a really long holiday weekend. Like
I know.
It was an eternity ago, honestly.
I just got back in my house. The floors are finally completed.
Wait, where were you last week? I wasn't around. What was happening? You
on
the floors?
He was still doing the show from his house, so it's not as if the audience knew he wasn't at home.
No, yes. Had an Airbnb, but the whole downstairs, we had lost the kitchen, really just about everything. And including all the toilets downstairs were taken up for multiple days. So very dusty ass spot in this place. Should be taken care of tomorrow. But it's good to be back in the crib, sleeping in the own bed. Started last night and have full crew back. I'm excited. We had a really good
better face.
Yeah, that's a good face. We've missed the heat check. Hopefully that returns tonight, and you've had several days to think about it, so it shouldn't be shitty tonight. So
I gotta have one tonight.
Yep.
It's like
kind of your part here, champ.
Okay, give me 5 minutes. Let me see.
I don't need to give you 5 minutes. Actually, let's do it right now. Are we ready? Hit it. Let's do it. Let's do an early heat check right now.
I don't think that's fair.
All right, guys. Well, for the heat check, presented to you by Big O, presented to you by the Nightly Fix, presented to you by Foolish Club Media. Make sure that you like and subscribe. I want to talk to you about love, the realest love that we have in this great country of ours.
With your
love known by many, but experienced by few. I want to talk to you about celebrity love. Okay. Now, I'm sure in my absence, these two knuckleheads might have talked to you a little bit about the American version of the royal wedding that we have going on via Taylor and Travis. Okay. And honestly, the internet has been on fire since news of this engagement. White women everywhere lost their ever-loving minds. They screamed, they cried, and they filmed it all for us to see. Okay.
Black men did too.
Black men did cry. All right. But as happy as some people were, some people are a little bit more cynical, because what's one thing that we love more than love in this country? Money. All right. So apparently there's actual betting odds on whether or not Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce will get divorced within 5 years. The odds are 5-1. All right. So if you put in $100, you get $600 back. I think that's how that works. I don't really gamble like that. I have no clue.
Either.
All right.
Hopefully
But my
Steve
thing
does.
is,
Yes.
divorced, they're not even really married yet. It feels like showing up to a baby shower and just whispering like, yeah, I got $50 that says the kid's going to grow up to be an alcoholic. All right. But alas, I was curious and I wanted to see, if maybe this could be a sound investment for my future portfolio. All right. So I did my journalistic duty and I took to the bowels of the internet to see what people were saying. And as per usual, with the internet in 2025, the first thing I found was some insight from the astrologist. The irony of people reading the stars about stars isn't lost upon me, but I digress. So there's this guy that says that the whole thing is doomed. The Travis and Taylor marriage is doomed because of a sun moon quincunx. Don't even know what that means. Quincunx. All right. Sounds less to me like astrology and more like a throwaway Tolkien character, all right? And of course, the internet sleuths had allegedly dug up a fake PR plan that included a breakup and had lines that said, we're going to ask for our privacy at this time. And I guess, like kayfabe in pro wrestling, everybody knows it's scripted, but we're all just supposed to agree and play along because it makes the drama more fun, right? So they had the entire charts mapping out Taylor and Travis's relationship like it was a Marvel Cinematic Universe. Timelines, alternate realities, and color-coded arrows. So yeah, everyone's convinced it's destined to end in disaster. But here's how I see it. If they break up, the world gets another Taylor Swift album. If they stay together, we have proof that true love exists between a billionaire pop star and a guy whose job it is to get hit in the head for 3 hours a week. And honestly, maybe that's the kind of love story we need to believe in right now. Thank you.
Why don't we think Taylor's not going to give us another album regardless? I mean, she's given us 2 albums since those motherfuckers have been together.
Her albums are better when they're broken up, when they're about breakups.
This is not Mary J.
I don't think
that's not true.
That. She's never been this in love before. I mean,
she was in love with. She wrote a whole album about John Mayer, and they were just dating for a little bit.
But this isn't Mary
John
J.
Mayer
Blige.
made everyone fall in love with him. I feel like.
I think
I did with that guitar playing. You know what I mean?
Listen. Mary J. Blige is the only person that we know that it is proven that she needs to be in a shitty place relationship-wise for her to put forth good music.
Etta James.
Don't agree. Not to the
Don't
levels
agree. What?
Not
her
to the
manager
levels.
kept her on drugs in order to make her a better singer. What are you talking about?
But that's different. I'm talking about the hurt and pain that a Casey put on her. Like whenever he went out there and was being the piece of shit that he could be at times.
She dated Casey.
Oh God, are you kidding me?
Was Casey the big one?
No, Casey
the small one.
Yeah, Casey's. Yeah, he was the lead guy.
Hey, look at that. I know that.
Oh God, he fucking ran her down. And then when she got with that good guy that did put his hands on her and treated her like a queen, her shitty ass music went downhill.
Wait, Casey was hitting her?
Oh, I believe that. Listen, I mean, I don't want to say that I am 100% on that, but I'm pretty certain that this was a Casey. I feel like they really loved and fought hard in this situation.
I mean, this is a
they and him were together.
Allegedly, it's alleged.
Just from the outside looking in, I would say your money would be much better spent like hammering the Travis Kelce season long over 4.5 touchdowns than the length of their marriage and inevitable divorce. Because the love seems real. I don't think they're getting divorced.
The love seems real.
Seems like they are in this together. They are partners. They are bought in. And Kelce, 4.5 touchdowns because he only had 3, I think, all of last year. Just hammer that. Final season, engagement, best shape of his life. Kelsey's going to be nuts this year.
I don't know about the over-unders on Kelsey's touchdowns, but That
4.5. Slow.
I think it is. I think there is a want to for folks that want this to fail. They act like we haven't seen celebrity relationships work, and I think one real clear difference here is that these two.
White.
Well, no, I mean Jay Z and Beyonce are fighting right through this here.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But she has a song about like him cheating on her, doesn't she?
That's fine. Just the song, the whole Lemonade.
It's like the anthem. It's the anthem.
The entire Lemonade album. Yes, Solange. Yeah. But
Solange put hands on him. Solange put hands on him.
But they are still together. Will and Jada still together. Okay,
they should not be.
So
Lord knows they shouldn't be.
I don't think they want to be. I think they're just doing it now out of spite.
Well, they got no choice.
I don't care. They've gone 5 years, haven't they? Damn it! All right, like
5 years since the red table that fucking shocked the world. Since we saw a man get emasculated in front of a podcast screen. Since we heard the term engagement for the first time used in such a salacious way that completely made us think differently of Will Smith and
Denzel and that woman.
Entire thing.
Denzel and that woman, Patricia.
And then he slapped Chris Rock.
That's fine.
That man had a mental breakdown on national television when it should have been the greatest achievement of his life. It's ruined his fucking movie career. That they should not be together.
We've got Denzel and that lady Patricia.
Pretty girls. What the fuck is that?
Or maybe that's Samuel L. Jackson's wife, A$AP Rocky and Rihanna. They are really going strong.
They're not married yet. They just got a lot of kids.
Will got caught like last week
similar
sharing fake AI videos to pretend that there was people watching his shows because no one's going to see Will Smith.
Dude, did you see the signs in that shit? The signs in that are hilarious. They're like, we need the Fresh Prince. We need the Fresh Prince. Bel Air or bust. Like, what in the hell is going on, dude?
Hey, they're 30. They're almost 36. I think they are a little older. This isn't them just jumping into this thing. They have had a lot of different relationships out there. I ain't gonna say forever. I'm willing to take a good bet 10 years from now that these two nuts are still together.
All right, $200. Let's go.
Okay, $200.
All right, $200. 10 years. I got you.
10 years.
I want my money.
Okay,
I want my money, Ron.
That boy adores her. It's almost a little too much how much he adores her. But we talked about that last week. Somebody who I want to have this discussion because Joe Montana. I want to give him the respect and at least talk this out. But I don't know if there's anything but one answer to this. Do you have this video, Stephen?
Yes.
Here is Joseph Montana, one of the better quarterbacks in the history of the league. He's got to be sitting around pissed off that everyone just talks about Michael Jordan being 6-0 and being the greatest of all time. It doesn't give a shit that somebody like Bill Russell has more championships than him or anybody else. But that 4-0 in the Super Bowls thing doesn't really work for Joe Montana because Tom Brady and Mahomes, I think a lot of people feel like have them above Joe Montana. But here's Joe Montana on Pat McAfee today, and they asked him, "Hey, if you can pick any quarterbacks in the NFL that you would start a franchise with, who would be your guy? Who would be your guys?" He names 4 names. 4 names. Let's hear old Joe.
You are general manager, head coach today. Pick the top 3 quarterbacks you want to start your franchise with.
Is that
and why?
I
like this. And not Brock Purdy. You can't take Brock.
Boom.
Okay, Brock is your number 1 pick. We know that.
Yep.
So you love Brock Purdy. You love Brock Purdy.
Yeah. I'm taking the guy in Buffalo.
Okay, Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Josh. The guy that surprised me that I thought would obviously Joe Burrow's another guy I like a lot.
Okay.
And believe it or not, I like the guy with the Chargers. Just Herbert. Just Herbert. I think they've kind of gone by the wayside there, but I don't know. I just like the way those three guys are.
BA, how do you feel about his top
I do
three?
I do also like the guy in Philly though.
Jalen Hurts. Okay.
Well,
Okay. Just won a Super Bowl.
All right. So clearly, Lamar Jackson, who was first team All Pro last year and won the MVP 2 years and has won the MVP twice, was not able to make the list. And then there was that one guy. Patrick Mahomes. And Patrick Mahomes was not able to make his list. Now listen, even Osita, you ain't a fool, and I know that your football watching has really taken up a notch.
Hold on. I just don't understand why you had to say it like that. But
I'm just saying, I know your football watching
even
has
Osita,
really.
You ain't a fool.
I know you're not. It's been taken up a notch here of late. But he goes Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts. That's fine. There has to be two things here. And I just want to understand where you all think this is. Joe is 69 years old. He's been around a lot. Do you think that Joe just forgot about Patrick Mahomes, or do you think Joe's being petty right now about Patrick Mahomes? Because there's no way in hell that Joe believes Justin Herbert is somebody he would start a franchise with over Patrick Mahomes. I don't believe he believes he would do it for Jalen Hurts either. These other two, that's fine. Do you think Joe is being petty, or do you think he clearly forgot? Because there's no way that Joe thinks that these guys, that all of them are better than him, and that it just missed his brain when he was asked the question of what quarterbacks he would start. This is Pettyville, right?
Are you asking me or Osita?
I'm asking all of you.
Steven, go first.
Anybody can answer. I mean, I don't.
It's all you, dog.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, the way you started that with Osita, I felt like you were directing it towards Osita first.
No, he just wanted to throw the little insult in there.
I'm just saying
a little bit of shade. No big deal.
No
Even though I'm not an idiot,
honesty.
So I hadn't actually watched it, and before that, I already had my mind made up. Joe's just being petty. Joe's out.
Oh, you changed your mind? Watching
hates Patrick Mahomes and hates how much love he gets, and how Mahomes has already totally jumped him, and now the conversation is just Brady and Mahomes isn't even 30 years old.
There's something that has changed your mind.
Joe's probably sitting at home fuck Patrick, and
I think he is.
No, but after watching it, I don't think that Joe watches football. I think those were the top four quarterbacks that popped into his head.
He just goes, the guy from Buffalo.
Yeah,
the guy from Buffalo is something I would say.
Yeah. Who's that? The guy from Philly too. I really like him.
He said, of course, Joe Burrow though.
He had no idea who any of those players are, and so I am willing to bet. Well, maybe there is some saltiness.
Stop it. He's not Bruce Willis.
I'm willing to
we're
bet.
not saying no. Hey, calm down.
I don't think that Joe watches that much football anymore, which isn't uncommon for a lot of old retired players. They're certainly not watching as much as I do. I listen to these people on television, and a lot of them do not watch as much football as I do. I can guarantee you that. And so Joe is not a guy who is on ESPN every day. Joe is not a guy who is out here doing the media rounds, desperately trying to stay relevant and have a career post-football. Joe's been kicking it for a long time. Joe's playing a lot of golf. He's doing whatever he has interests in. He's not doing a lot of stuff. So I'm willing to bet come week one of the football season, he's not locked into red zone for 12 hours like I am. I don't think Joe watches that much football these days.
Osita, I'm sorry. There's no way Joe Montana forgot Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. There is no possible way. There's no possible way. Even if you don't want, Osita.
Look, all I'm saying is the guy from Buffalo sounds like some shit I would say.
Hold on. Go back and
You know
play it
what I'm
again. Hold on. Go back and play it again. How many guys' names did he actually pull?
He had two. They said Brock Purdy for him, and then the only one that he actually had was
it Joe? Was that the only one he had?
Because his Burrow was Joe Burrow.
Because
the other ones they were just like, oh yeah, guy from Philadelphia. Oh yeah, the guy from Buffalo.
Did he say Jalen Hurts?
Yeah.
He did not say Jalen Hurts' name, bro.
I'm taking the guy in Buffalo.
Okay, Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Josh. The guy that surprised me that I thought would obviously Joe Burrow's another guy I like a lot. And
his name's Joe.
And believe it or not, I like the guy with the Chargers. Just Herbert. Herbert. I think they've kind of gone by the wayside there, but I don't know. I just like the way those three guys are.
BA, how do you feel about his top?
I do also like the guy in Philly though. I won't get
Jalen Hurts. Okay.
Okay. Also, upon further reflection, I see a 69-year-old man who suffered from CTE before CTE was ever a fucking thing. He's probably gotten hit.
It was clearly
way more in his life than he's comfortable with than anyone's comfortable talking about. Does he know where he is? Does he really know who Pat McAfee is? Does Joe Montana know where Montana is?
Listen, I'm sorry. I listen. You guys both make a compelling argument. All right.
He said Joe Burrows. Like he added that.
But he had it. I mean, come on. That's like they would give it to him on Family Feud. Like
we go by Steve Harvey rules around here, goddammit. That's what we do.
But Osita, I am sorry. If you were just coming in hot, all right, quarterbacks, you got a name. There is no if you got the guy in with the Chargers, you have the guy with the Chiefs. Like you can give. I think it was clearly blatant that Joe left Mahomes and Lamar off, but especially there is
what's your reasoning? What's the deep-seated issue here? What is hatred, pettiness?
I think guys in that era, like Jordan, like Barkley, all of those, I think they are ultra competitive even when their asses are done. He is the guys he's compared to is Tom and Pat. It is. I mean, there's just no possible way. Like, if he didn't have Joe Burrows and he said the guy in Cincinnati, maybe I get you. He had one quarterback name. He didn't have Patrick Mahomes. He'd have the guy that he's been.
So you think it's a young rapper versus old rapper kind of
absolutely.
Where it's just like these new kids don't know shit. Like I'm just gonna go ahead and slide them real quick.
Those other guys aren't threats to him. Now I will give you this. I think he may have just flat forgot about Lamar. That one he may not have Lamar. I don't know how. Now, if you got I can see how
he remembers he played for the Kansas City Chiefs.
I don't really like where this is going, guys.
He took a lot of hits that year, man. A lot of hits.
It ended with the concussion in Buffalo in the AFC Championship game.
See?
I don't really like where this is going. I mean, I listen. He had 4 states. He had 4 cities. He had a guy. There is no way that the person who has played in the last 3 Super Bowls that is constantly compared to him that he just forgot. There's no way because Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, and Burrow are not threats to him right now in his legacy. I could just I just want to run it again. That shit and grin and smile he had screamed anybody but Mahomes in his head.
Yeah, but Brady's
Mahomes in his head.
Brady's probably petty behind closed doors, but Brady's at least like giving Mahomes credit publicly.
Let him get to 69. And Brady is not exactly from that era, right? This is an era ahead of him, right? Like he is that kid, that damn Patrick. There's just no, I just can't, I cannot find it. Anything possible. If he was hit with the question and he started to say, I'd have to go with Kobe, I'd have to go with LeBron. Like if he started naming people from other sports,
He's like, oh yeah, hey, that A-Rod's something serious, isn't he?
Then I might go with you. But no, that Joe in this stupid photo you found of him doing this. Joe is petty. He's petty white. He's
Petty LaBelle.
He's Pet Midler.
Tom
like
Petty.
Yeah, all the way.
Petty Roosevelt.
Oh, easy. I mean, he's all of them. I mean, that's Petty Bonwell.
You know, I think
Petty,
when you
Petty
you are
Pendergast.
Petty Pender. Okay, calm down. Don't take Teddy's name out. Don't speak out Teddy's name like that, man. The man was a god. Anyway, I think you're a fan of greatness, right, Ron?
I am, and I love Joe. I think Joe's great.
I think you should be allowed to be petty. Fuck it. Why not? Why would you want someone to tarnish all the hard work that you put in? Why would you be okay with laying down and just being like, oh, that's cool that they're just breaking every record that I've ever had? You know what I mean? That drive doesn't just leave you when you get old.
No, but I mean, but Serda, you remember, hasn't Aikman been petty with Mahomes?
Oh,
same era.
It was because Mahomes had more yards and more touchdowns in
5 years,
4 or 5 years than Aikman had for his entire career, because he didn't throw that much and he was an average quarterback who was on a team that was just filled with Hall of Fame players.
Yeah, I think these cats right now, boy, they got that petty in their heart, and it is strong. Joe ought to be ashamed of himself. Now he's cashing them Skechers checks. He's putting on the right Skechers every day. There ain't no way he didn't just end up in the Lamar. Like, honest to God, how many guys would you have over Hurts? And clearly Hurts and Herbert are the two that really sting. Like, how many guys would you have over them?
I would have Josh Allen, Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Burrow, probably.
Would you have Jaden Daniels over both of them? I would.
I'd have Jaden Daniels over Hurts for sure.
I have him over Herbert too.
I think that's it right now. But I'm a very big Drake May fan.
Okay, shut the fuck up. No, I don't think that's a bad one. I have been really struggling with who I put in the AFC playoffs. I think there is going to be a second team from the South or the East just because of their schedules, and the Patriots and the Jags. I cannot figure out which one I want to put in. So Drake May, not bad. Yeah, he's insane. Yeah, I'm just saying. I've been thinking
not
about
bad.
I don't want to expound.
Not bad.
I don't want to expound on it.
You want to go to break or something?
No, I don't want to go to break. I got too much action in my ass. I don't want to go to break.
Wow, is that a black saying?
Yeah, you ain't heard that?
Action in my ass.
Yeah, I got action.
It's a black saying.
I got action, boss, in my ass. Yep.
I got action in my. Okay, yeah. I'm not going to use that ever, but I'm glad to know it exists. Okay.
Hey, you feel bad for Arch Manning?
Oh yeah.
He is getting that fucking work, man.
I gotta find this clip that somebody shared that just killed.
No, now this sounds like you're about to be mean.
Yeah. I want to see it. I want to see it.
Like so many other people, I saw Angel Reese take Arch Manning strays for no reason. What
the fuck did he do to her?
I mean, she had that run where she was clanking a lot of shots, so they were putting her face into Arch's jersey as he was clanking. He was playing dodgeball with some of those receivers over the weekend. He looked like he was trying to get his receivers out as opposed to trying to complete passes to them. They tried to jump and do the splits to avoid him, and he was going to get the ass. Listen, Arch. I have wondered this, Serda, for the longest time. I know that you're up and down on college football, but the one thing that I have always wondered was the way they talked about Arch. They have talked about Arch like they did like Mike Vick at Virginia Tech, like Tim Tebow when he came in, Trevor Lawrence when he came in, Caleb Williams. These were all like top recruits, top guys. Do you have this funny shit you want to play, Steve? Just play it. Just let's just get it. Let's just get it all out the way.
I just found it. I gotta download it.
Okay, all right. Because you're so tickled over there about whatever it is you found. But they've talked about him like he is in the echelon of those players. And I have always wondered, Serda, why in the hell can that guy not beat out Quinn Ewers for 2 years? There's no way that
God, bro.
It doesn't need the sound.
Look at this man.
Back in my prime, I could throw a football clear between the mountains. Watch.
Just killed it.
There ain't a red
Rico, dude.
No movement at all.
None, dude.
There ain't a red uniform near him. There was like this. Hey, this is a 4-3 guy, not a red uniform. We don't see one in the camera. There's not even a red uniform running up. And this flat-footed son of a bitch threw this ball. Listen. It was always weird to me because Caleb Williams. You remember Spencer Rattler's the starting quarterback for the New Orleans Saints. I don't know if you remember that Texas OU game, Serda, but that motherfucker Spencer got pulled out in that first quarter. They put Caleb in for a little change of pace. Spencer had to then go to South Carolina.
Yeah,
he had to transfer. That Kelly Bryant before Trevor got a hold of him. Kelly Bryant took Clemson to an 11-1 record, and they went to the college football playoff back when they had 4 teams. He came back the next year. He started the first 4 games. Got in a little trouble. Trevor came in. He had to transfer to Missouri. You generally don't see a guy. And Quinn Ewers, what would you? He's okay, right? Did he make I think he made the Dolphins roster as a 3rd-string quarterback. Maybe he got the backup job.
I think he made the roster.
But he's drafted in the 6th or the 7th round. A guy that is talked up to be like Andrew Luck or Trevor Lawrence or any of these guys wouldn't sit behind Quinn for 2 years. And then we saw him do the shit like you just showed over and over again. The first pass play of the game, Steve, Sark gets it was worse than this. Sark gets a rollout, baby. I'm talking 15 yards away. Again, no Ohio State player within 10 yards of him. He one-hopped him like he was an outfielder trying to throw somebody out at the plate. He was skipping rocks in the lake trying to get that ball to him. It was
so. My question is because it's always funny to see how people evaluate these guys. Cause yes, it's really hard to even it's really hard to evaluate quarterbacks because you see guys that you think fit all of that mold or whatever. And then you're like, they should be great at the next level. And then we see so many guys just never even figure it out because it's such a difficult position to play. But what are they, if this is what he's been, what are they evaluating at Texas? Because obviously that's not going to work. And so they have to figure it out. And I don't think it's I don't think it's a nepotism name thing. I think he's got the stuff. I think he's got the attributes. Maybe he just can't live up to the stage or something. And so he gets in a game and he's just unraveling. Well, and maybe that is possible. I don't know.
Steve, I don't think they misevaluated him. I think others said, Steve, the way he was talked about. How long have you heard of Arch Manning? How long have you been hearing about him?
He's been talked about since he was in middle school.
He has been by far, Osita, the highest paid player in NIL since he's arrived. All right, he had more fucking commercials out there than he had completions. I'm not kidding. Into the 3rd quarter, that's not hyperbole. He had more commercials that were being played during the game than he had completions into the second half. I don't think they Serda, I think they properly evaluated him. That's why he didn't start over the last 2 years. That's why he sat behind Quinn over the last 2 years. They have been trying to get his ass up out of there. Listen, I'm not saying that he is going to suck and that he's going to be that bad the rest of the way. I think he may be a good quarterback, but he's not. I mean, the generational word being thrown around, he's not that. And you know what really pisses me off about the Arch Manning thing is I'm being forced to now have to defend someone that I don't like. And I feel bad saying that I don't like, because I feel like I don't think that I don't like is the proper thing. I think what he's been able to get away with unfairly is what I don't like. And a lot of people are blaming Steve Sarkisian. And I'm sorry. I think Steve put together easy throws that should have been completed for big plays from the start of the game to the end of the game. They're down 14-7. The first play, he has an out. Guy's wide open, 15 yards down the field. He throws it out of bounds. Second play, plays dodgeball with his tight end on the crossing route and hits him in the back of the calf. Third one, you just saw that play right there where the guy's wide open on a 3rd down and 5, and he's got all kind of room to run. He threw that shit behind him. And then, the 4th down they didn't get. But I think people are blaming Sark. I've heard Sark didn't put him in good positions, even though Sark is somebody I have a real issue with that every time I see him, I get angry. And again, I don't think it's about him. I think it's about the situation that he represents. But I got to defend Sark on this one. I don't know how much there's much more he could do to try to help Arch Manning.
I do think
fucking Sark.
For him, it's probably different because he's such a high profile player, like for Steve Sarkisian, because there's only a couple of I think he's probably the only player in the country where the head coach in college football is the end all be all. They make all of the decisions. They decide everything. And he is probably the only prospect in the country where you get pressure from the boosters. You get pressure from the athletic directors. You get pressure from the Mannings and all of these high influence people who spend money and give Texas all this money that they can go spend on these players to try to be relevant again in college football. He's probably the only one that everybody's like, what are we doing here, dude? Get him on the field right now. And so it's not even necessarily up to him. That doesn't happen anywhere else. We've seen.
Yeah, it was up to him. I don't think that. Yeah, he was going to start this year, but the previous 2 years, I'm assuming he got that type of pressure, and I think we are starting to see, starting with the game Saturday, that hey man, he's not really showing that he's that much better than him. And I think it makes a lot more sense, the decision that Sark made the last 2 years, starting a guy that should not in any way hold back a player that has been talked about the way that Arch Manning has been talked about.
And then I think that it is then just a legacy thing. If people were messing up the evaluations this bad for this long, because we see guys all the time, you cannot get recruited and not get the attention and not get the stars that other guys get. Cam Ward was a 0-star recruit.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Serda. There's I don't care how long he's there, Steve. He's not going to ever be able to do the things with his arm that Cam Ward can.
Yeah.
He may be a good quarterback, but he's never going to be able to do those things. And we're the generational talent thing, and he doesn't run. He's not a super athlete.
Peyton didn't have a crazy arm. His IQ was just so much higher.
But again, also football was different in '95 when he came into college of what a quarterback needed to be.
Yeah.
In that day and age. That's the worst part of this for me, man. I gotta fucking defend Sark. Shit, man. I can't stand that guy.
Go Longhorns.
Again, not that I can't stand.
Do you want to explain to Osita? I don't even I mean, I know he's not a desirable person, but we don't really need to get into it if you don't want to.
I would love to unpack this. What's going on? Why do you hate Sark so much?
I don't think he should be allowed to coach college football anymore.
Why?
And I don't. I mean, this is. There are some people I've had arguments with coworkers that have been uncomfortable about this. I mean, I've never seen white privilege at work more than I have ever seen in my life with Steve Sarkisian. The Steve Sarkisian story. So before 2 years ago, he had never won more than 8 games. His nickname used to be 7-Win Sark, and he's had incredible jobs. He first started at Washington, 7-Win Sark. That's the most wins he ever had. Then he went to USC, one of the top jobs in the country. And this was not right. It wasn't too long after Pete Carroll. Hell, he might have been the one that came right after Pete Carroll. But he goes to SC, and he gets fired at SC.
I think he was after Pete Carroll.
He gets fired at SC, Osita, because he had a huge drinking problem.
Oh,
and when I say drinking problem, drunk at practice, drunk at times. They were again, a legit drinking, like a legit problem, right?
I mean, to be fair, what would you do if you had to live in USC, South Carolina?
LA?
Oh, okay. Sorry. My bad. Let me shut up.
Get more of it. I think the last straw, he was at a pep rally, just fucking bombed. And he's addressing the crowd, and but this was an ongoing thing, and he got fired. He got fired from SC, and then he became the coach of Texas within like 3 years. Like, he got fired at SC for that. I think there's something, and I believe in second chances.
Is he sober now?
I hope so, and I don't think we've heard anything else from it. He left SC, and then he went to the NFL, and I believe he was the OC for the Falcons. And then right after that, Nick Saban brought him in to be the OC at Alabama. And then he immediately, after they won a national championship, got the gig at Texas. And for me, knowing at that time, we only had 13 black coaches in all of college football, in a sport where 75% of it is black and like has ever played. And the D1, what is that, like 300 schools? There's 13 black coaches, by the way. We're all the way up to 16 now. Shout out to Deion. And a guy like Deion had to go to Jackson State and then get a Colorado team that had like 1 win. He has a drinking problem at practice, drinking drunk on the field, allegedly in games and at practice. And he not only got another job within 3 years, didn't get any kind of a suspension or anything from the NCAA. He got better jobs. He's been the head coach of Washington, USC, and Texas. Again, I am glad that Steve has his life, what it appears to be, back together and on track. I really am. There are just so many guys out there who aren't getting the first opportunity. And he's getting think about that. Deion Sanders is one of the greatest players in the history of the game, has been successful everywhere. His black ass had to go to Jackson State and then take over Colorado.
Well, he didn't have to go. Wasn't his son going there at the time or something like that?
No one was knocking down the door to hire Deion.
But wasn't his son playing at Jackson State?
No, it's what son went to Jackson State because he went there.
Yeah.
Right. Like, yeah.
And then he got hired there, and he brought in a bunch of money. And
Deion's just one example of it. I'm just saying, how in the world is that sport so black? And only, like, you would just think all right. Most of the coaches are former players in that sport. And it's 13, but this cat, like, again, I believe in second and third chances. That's my background. I worked with at-risk youth for 10 years. That is my background. Second, third, fourth, fifth chances. But you all know there are some consequences that, hey, man,
you just got to deal with.
Or your path has to change because you can't do this anymore. And he has fallen up. That is wild. The University of Texas football. How many jobs is better than that? I mean, Michigan, Ohio State. I don't think there is a single job when you talk about
it's like top,
money,
like
history.
Top 8 probably.
There's only other schools that are comparable, right? There is no one. Michigan, Ohio State, Texas, Alabama. They're all in the same atmosphere, and he got that gig. That shit is that is blowing me away. So again, I think that's something I got to deal with and not make it personal to Sark, but make it personal to the situation. But every time he's the poster child. And I'm just like, I mean, there ain't no way. There ain't no way that can happen in my belief. A dude and again, it wasn't like he was Nick Saban before he got caught with the drinking stuff.
Yeah,
he was just winning 7 games.
Sark. Yeah. Yeah.
He was just winning 7 games. So
hey, maybe he's fun to be around when he's drunk and he's like really good at wheeling and dealing and networking and shit, you know?
I'm sure he is.
Maybe he's in the right rooms and he's just like, they're like, oh, Sark, hey, my guy, hey, what's up?
And Nick Saban also did that with several white coaches, like disgraced coaches. He would just bring them in and give their careers new life.
But I don't have a problem with that. Per se, I don't think there's anything wrong with giving guys second chances. It is just so hard not to look at Sark over there at Texas, getting a second chance off of being hammered drunk repeatedly while he is supposed to be over student athletes and at pep rallies and at practice. Like.
Hey, maybe he's just trying to match the players' energy.
Okay,
they're college kids. They're drinking. They're getting drunk. You know.
That's a route of it. I'm sure that's a
college.
Route. But anyway,
you know.
So yeah, that's college. Right. Hey guys. Hey man, let's be. How about it? Hey guys, let's be smart here. All right. Hey, no mistakes out here. Let's not do anything stupid.
Yeah, no shots until after halftime.
Or I'm just saying anything. Like, how can that guy lead? Like, there's no. Hey, let's chill out here, guys. Let's be smart. No mistakes. Let's not get to class. And I'm gonna show up fucking tanked right here. All right. Again. That's just. Let me stop. I am glad he has gotten himself together. But it is the one of the greatest shows of white privilege I have ever seen in my life. And Steve Sarkisian has gotten the job. I mean, he is the head coach at Washington, SC, and Texas. Mixed in there, he was winning 7 games every year, and mixed in there, he had that little deal where he got fired because he was drinking on the job. Wow. By the way, shout out to Florida State. They had themselves a hell of a weekend. Good for them. They went 2-10 last year, and then they came out and stomped the hell out of Alabama. I would say, and I know some people may look at me as the fun police on this one. I just think there are really legit rules. I believe Osita will completely disagree with me. I think there are legit rules in this thing. I think their kids, those Florida State students and fans ought to be ashamed of themselves for what they did after that game. You at Florida State, there are certain schools, Serda and Osita. You know I feel this way, Serda, especially when it comes to basketball. I am not a big fan of the court storming or the field rushing in football. I just think we're just waiting till something really, really bad happens. By the way, we've had people being trampled and had serious injuries, so that has not shied people away from just flat stopping it. We had a K-State fan get knocked out when he put his hands on a player. We had a Duke player get injured.
I mean,
we had a Duke player get injured when all of the Wake Forest fans came running out on the floor, and he almost broke his ankle. So those moves were not enough. Not enough. But certain schools have reached a level where they don't get to court storm or rush the field because they are such an elite of a program with history, and they have been in games like this. They don't get to. Florida State is one of those programs. Florida State should not rush the field. Alabama cannot rush the field. Texas, you win a big game, you can't rush the field. You're Texas. Alabama, Georgia, LSU.
Ron.
Can't rush it.
You're talking about
UTSA.
Hey,
you can rush it. You can rush it. Kansas football. Kansas football, rush it and break down.
You're talking about you're talking about an institution in which there's a new lot of fans every year. A new lot of fans that don't necessarily know the tradition, that might not know the history of their wins and losses, that frankly don't give a shit because they're college kids and they've been drinking in the parking lot since 6 a.m. So if they're going to rush it, they're going to rush. If they want to rush the fucking field, let them rush the field. Let them have a good time. It was Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
It was Labor Day weekend in Florida. Yeah. In Florida, dude. Like let them have a little fun.
You go to Ohio, you go to Ohio State and Michigan, Steve. You win Big Ten titles, you get to go to the playoff, you win national titles. You don't rush the field when you beat Penn State. You don't. And don't tell me that there's a new crop. There is a clear understanding. Kansas basketball, sir, have you ever seen them rush the floor? They got a new crop of kids every 4 years. Not a damn chance are they going to rush the floor for anybody. And they should.
But
K-State, go rush
Florida State has been really bad. Like didn't they go undefeated a couple of years ago? Like they've had some good seasons.
2 years ago, they went 14-0.
But they've also had some really rough seasons.
They had a down one. I'm sorry, you're Florida State. You don't rush they're not. Indiana basketball.
But I mean, we're 10 years removed from Jameis Winston winning a national title. Like that. It's that those kids were babies when that happened.
Texas A&M has never even won a national title ever. In any major sport, with the exception of track and field. All right.
Love that. Thank you for that. I needed that. I needed to hear that. Fuck A&M, dude.
10 years ago?
Sorry, Tyler.
10 years ago? The hell with that? No, it is. I'm sorry, man. I just there are just rules to this thing, and you understand that. You better run your ass out in that parking lot and get after it. You better go to the club or whatever and get after it.
Look, man, when I went to UTSA, it was I went to the very first UTSA game.
Oh, you better rush that bitch.
We didn't rush. We stayed classy. We stayed classy because we were in the Alamo Dome already, where they allowed us to drink nothing but margaritas from the opening, like as if we didn't pregame the entire time. Look, if we wanted to rush the field, who the fuck was going to stop us, Ron? Who was going to stop us? The traditions? The tradition police, the tradition police of like, hey, kids,
what does make this particular one worse is that like this isn't the Nick Saban Alabama team,
and you dominated the game.
That was number one in the country every year, national champion, favorite every single season, like. They're ranked higher than Alabama. Like they should have beat them in this game. Alabama was projected as the worst football team. So if Alabama wins, it's an upset. So it is a little absurd when we're talking about this, but it's like, it's one thing if I think like if this is like traditional Alabama, which they aren't anymore without Saban, but if Alabama was like the number 2 team in the country and you upset them early in the season like that, I could understand it a little bit more. But it is absurd when you're ranked higher than they are.
We're talking about 18 to 22-year-olds. What do they know about tradition?
They know.
They don't know shit.
Osita,
they're lucky we let them vote. We don't even let them smoke cigarettes in Texas. What are you talking about?
Every crop of 18 to 22-year-olds before them know. I'm telling you, I have watched Kansas beat in basketball a team that was ranked higher than them, and there are cats that are students that are staring up them aisles, cutting in their miles. Don't you dare fucking come down here. Don't you dare. We do not rush the court at Kansas.
That's celebrate. That old head shit. That's that old head shit.
No, that's that real
shit.
That
old head shit.
No, that's
that OG
shit.
Nah, man. The youngins don't care anymore, man. They don't care.
They've always been youngins. They have. That's why Alabama doesn't do it. That's why they don't do it. It's Florida State's ought to be ashamed of themselves. And those kids need to. That's why when Miami beat Notre Dame, they didn't go rushing the damn field. They're Miami. And you know them sons of bitches are all drunk and blitzed. They don't know what they're doing. Those Miami kids take their asses in the stands because they know. Michael Irvin, who was down there on the field, he would have fought every last one of their asses. If he'd have lined it and ran over to that front, fought every last one of their asses.
Unc would have got knocked out.
They were trying to come down.
Look. I'm glad you got this off your chest about, Florida State and everything. I'm glad to be back, guys. I'm glad that we're here. We're doing this thing again. I just wanted to point out something that is really weighing heavy on my heart right now. All right. I've been wearing my new glasses this entire fucking show, and not one of y'all said a goddamn